Doc Minstrel wasn't gone long, just enough to fetch a small tray bearing a mug of water and a wet flannel. Trotting in, carefully balancing the tray on his back, he set it down in front of me. I was quite simply too flabbergasted to even notice. Free? I was free? My mind struggled to comprehend it. Just the sheer scale of being told, well, that! Even as I felt him lift the wet flannel onto my head, I barely even registered the sharp pains at first. I just sat and stared without a sound. All right, perhaps I squeaked at the cold shock. No more than a yelp. Maybe a wince too. But no squealing. I was getting better.
Now I imagine you got yourself a fine lot to think about. Lifelong slave to this. Big shift to go it into the wasteland, you know? So tell me, how'd you even get here? Escaping Philadelphia isn't exactly easy.
I had been dreading this. While he had fetched water and a cloth, I had simply sat feeling stunned. Minstrel had left my saddlebag near the couch, and after a few false starts, I had dragged my journal across. It was safe. It was still with me. Small marks from where shrapnel had dug into the cover littered the front. It might have felt violating seeing such a treasured belonging marked like that, but it had always been frayed and well worn, and for all I knew it could have just saved my life by stopping them. Sitting sadly and quietly, flicking through the pages, I struggled to really come to terms. Free. Year after year in servitude, master after master, one torture to the next, scars, whips, and broken wings, tears, blood, and sweat every unceasing day. Free. Less than a week ago I had been shown the truth by the stable dweller. I had gone against my masters, launched a failed attempt to escape that almost claimed my life, and been through a multitude of horrors that grew every time into that one last moment. Could it really be? I scarcely wanted to believe it. One last rush, Glimmerlight and Brimstone by my side, only...
Hey, kid.
I blinked back to the present, seeing Minstrel's old face looking at me.
You all right there?
I...
Take it as slow as you want. That kind of injury isn't going to leave you too capable for a while. Now, just settle back. Tell me what happened. How did you escape? Mighty impressive that you managed it.
Sighing, I rubbed my sore temples and glanced at the window, into the fuzzy light that revealed nothing outside. I don't know if I remember too well. It's just all one big blur. Like time running too fast. Sound... my friends. Oh, goddesses! I don't know what happened to my friends! Panic was gripping me. I had fallen, but Glimmer and Brim? Where were they? Why hadn't Minstrel mentioned them? Had they...
Well, when my assistant Sonny found you, you was the only one in the area. She was out taking a look around the Philadelphia ruins to get me a new spark generator battery when she saw you poking out of the rubble. Weren't no one else there.
Shivering, I tried to remember. Any little detail. Anything to help. Maybe I could retrace my steps, find them again. Maybe they had just gotten away thinking I was dead. Oh, no. I don't remember very much at all, sir.
Now don't you go sir on me. I go by Minstrel. And I hear you using goddess there? Mighty long time since I heard any pony talking about that stuff. Do wonder where you got that from. Now look, I wouldn't say you've quite got amnesia. You remember enough. You remember their names?
I slowly nodded.
Good. I think you've just been shaken up by the whole experience, taking time to digest it. We'll get it out of you bit by bit. That's what the good doc does. What was the last thing you remember, little Merc?
Drawing breath slowly, I closed my eyes, but it wouldn't appear. Just blurred images and some memories that were much too far back. Eventually I began flicking through my journal, memory by memory. From little Pip soaring above me, to Brimstone standing guard over Glimmerlight. One by one, memories formed, solidified, and began to return. Picking up my charcoal stick, I knew how I would remember better. Lowering my head, I began to draw. Allowing my subconscious to take over, lines sweeping back and forth, ignoring the pains it caused my head. Shapes formed without even meaning to. I felt it flow from me, the emotion that no injury could ever take away erupting into my work. A great circular doorway, beaming with light before 3 ponies. We were in a stable. The Steel Rangers attacked Red Eye's army, so we were going to take the chance. The 3 ponies were galloping, charging into the light, towards the